What's up, people? I'm back, ready to stream and have some epic games, I hope. Get ready, people. I'm back. Ha 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 ha. I am back and people will just have to deal with that. I'm live, guys, live right now. So, in a moment here, when I go get a drink or something, I'm gonna start discussing the patch. I actually forgot to. Oh, I need to make a metagame update about this patch. I need to make a metagame update, guys. This will be like a little mini metagame update. We're gonna talk about the balance patch. Will I do a metagame analysis with the patch soon? That's exactly what I just said! I didn't even see what you wrote or what you asked, Adam Zaman. But I was thinking the same thing. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a metagame update about it. Actually, about a bunch of things. I know you asked it. I didn't see that you wrote that, but I know you wrote it before I started talking about it. Give me one moment, guys, and I will be right back. Back. I'm back, guys. As you can probably see, and we gotta talk about this patch. This is like the end of days for Terran. All Terran players, whatever religion you are, grab your Bible, grab your Quran, grab your fucking Legos. I don't know what religions you are, guys. If you're atheist, don't grab anything, I suppose. But it's like the end of days for Terran players right now because yeah, this patch is like the end of days for Terran, man. Shit. I didn't say anything else. I can say what I want. Alright, guys. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. You got tired of seeing Select lose to one base cheese? Great. So now you can come to my stream and see me lose to one base Protoss cheese. I'm just kidding. Oh, hell no. Did I send you your replay pack? You haven't got it? Fuck. Okay, I'm sending it to you right now, live on stream. Here we go. I'm sending it to you right now, oh hell no, so you know you're gonna get it. Let's see here. Alright, so how do I do this again? How the fuck do I email all you people? Oh shit, I probably email active subscribers. Here you go. Replay pack number 2. Alright, how do I... Let's see, one moment, guys. Let me find that. Let me find my link. Where is this? Where the fuck is it? Don't leak your email. No, I can't even see your guys' emails right now because I don't have Microsoft what's it called? I don't have Excel on my computer, so I can't even fucking see your emails. Alright, Avilo SC2 stuff. Sub replay pack 2. There's the link. Alright. There's the link. Fuck it. Other people can download that now too. But fuck it. Fuck all the things. Doesn't matter. I don't have the email! Stop yelling at me! No! F you! Oh, look at me! I'm crying! Stop buzzing me! I'm just kidding. I'm not crying right now. You're making me cry crocodile tears, my sassy. Alright. I'm sorry, guys. Where was I? Don't worry, guys. What the fuck? Oh my god. Sassy just rage quit fucking Yahoo. Why you not do... Alright, so you should have got your replays, guys. Where was I? Oh yes, the end of days. The end of days, guys. If you're a Terran player... So, let me find the patch notes, first of all. Let me find, I know it's on Team Liquid here somewhere. Aha! Alright, so let me talk about these changes. Actually, I didn't even read David Kim's justification. I should probably read that, because I'm sure we'll get some lulls out of that. Alright, so the first change, guys. Oracle. Movement speed increased from 3.375 to 4. And the acceleration has been increased. And and then something else that doesn't fucking matter. Let's read his justification. The speed changes is something we've tried in the past. We believe this is a better direction than a straight cost reduction for the unit. The main reason is that we like the difference between someone who's amazing with the Oracle Micro to be able to keep them alive the whole game, to get the most out of them. Whereas lesser skilled players won't get as much out of this change. Not only that, this direction is a smaller buff to the all-in case, early game use cases compared to the... What the fuck? Did I just read that right? Not only that, this is a smaller buff to the all-in. Whoa, is this real? Am I on fucking planet Earth right now? What the fuck? He's acknowledging that he's buffing Protoss all-ins. Did that just actually... Is this fucking real life? What the fuck is going on here? Is that for real? Did he just acknowledge that he's buffing Protoss all-ins? Oh my god. Why is this guy not fired yet? Fucking honestly. Holy shit. There's no other way to say it. I can't even be nice about it anymore. Why is this guy not fired? I think every fucking pro gamer will agree with me on this. I didn't read this before, guys, but this is absolute fucking, like, this is the... He acknowledges that it's buffing the all-in user case. So basically, David Kim is not only is he fine and happy that the first 10 minutes of TVP is a fucking random ass coin flip slot machine system, but he actually, not only is he fine with that, he's actually going to make it worse, and he's fine with that too. Are you kidding me? So he's fine with the game with build order wins being buffed. is essentially what he just said. A game designer on StarCraft 2 just said that they're fine with a smaller buff to all-ins and build order wins. They're fine with that. Why is this guy not fucking fired yet? Holy shit. I can't even... There's no honest way... Luckily, I'm not like some caster right now that has to bullshit. You got every fucking caster on Earth right now. And every, like... Most people are gonna try and, like, sugarcoat it and be like, oh yeah, maybe it'll be balanced, maybe... Like, no! What the fuck is this? Why is this guy not fired yet? This doesn't make any sense. Look at the poll and see how many disapprove. Alright, let's check the poll. This is insanity. He basically buffed coin flips. And he's completely fine with the game going in that direction. He's completely fine that the game is going in a direction where it's just a fucking guessing game. He realizes that's a buff to that, and he's completely okay with it. I'm glad I didn't read this on stream earlier, because I would have fucking, like... This is every StarCraft player's reaction when they read this. You just read it, and you're just like... You can't even... What the fuck? That should be everybody's reaction to this when you read this shit. Oh my god. I can't believe what I just read. My god, I mean, sometimes you gotta agree with Idra. Well, that's not nice to say, but I won't agree with that. But I mean, I don't know, like... This is insanity. This is fucking insanity that they're okay with buffing all-ins and build order wins. They're completely okay with people winning this game that just off of pure luck. This is a strategy game, guys. A strategy game should not be so heavily reliant on luck in the first 10 minutes of the game. That's absolute horseshit. If you're gonna balance a game, you should be balancing it towards the direction where it's both players and there's like make the game as skill-oriented as fucking possible so that you cannot just, like, build order win out a game. Like, right now there's so many fucking build order wins that you can do. This is not okay. That, I mean, they're completely fine with buffing build order wins. Like, they're completely fine with buffing shit where one player blindly decides to do something and the other player can't necessarily scout it, and then the one guy wins based off of just complete luck. That should not... I don't understand how that's humanly possible for any competent game designer to... If this were like poker, if it were blackjack, then sure, like, it doesn't fucking matter. Those are games of luck. There is some element of skill to those games, like Texas Hold'em and stuff. But this is not Texas Hold'em. This is not poker. This is one of the top esport games. The amount of luck that's involved in the first couple minutes of the game should be reduced, not increased. Both players should be able to show off their skill, and making the game where one player chooses something, the other player chooses something, and what one guy happened to choose just automatically wins the game against what the other player happened to choose, making the game thereby just complete fucking luck. That should not ever be, like, promoted in a strategy game. You want the game to be about the strategy, the tactics, the mechanics, the micro. Sure, some all-ins are good, but promoting Protoss one-base all-ins even further? If they're gonna do that, then okay. If they want to go down that road, alright, fine. If they want to go down that road, how about they add some one-base all-ins to Terran? Because right now, Terran has no all-ins. It's just macro game or you die to the Nexus Cannon in the first 10 minutes. You can't all-in Protoss. So fine, if they want to promote some of these all-ins, fine. How about they promote it for Terran too, not just one race? You can't have it one way. You can't promote all-ins and these retarded builder wins for one race and then leave the other one in the dust. So sure, if they're gonna do this, then give Terran something too where you can auto-win the game based off of complete blind luck. But the way it is right now, this is amazingly stupid. That they recognize this is a smaller buff to the all-in case, and they're gonna promote that in the game. Fucking ridiculous. Disapprove. How do I vote disapprove? Disapprove. You know why I vote disapprove? Because I have a fucking brain. Alright, next change. Let's move on to the next one. That makes my brain hurt. That actually went through or was even conceived. My brain hurts right now. I don't know if I should even... What the fuck? Like, I'm just trying to piece together how did they come up with this change? Who not only did they come up with it, but they actually recognized that it makes all its... my god, like... Fire the guy. Put somebody else in charge. I don't care, whoever the fuck it is. Put Lelouch in charge, I don't care. Fucking... Go to the zoo and get a chimpanzee. He's not gonna buff oracles. He doesn't even speak English. He speaks monkey. Speaks like... That monkey will never fucking do something this stupid, because he doesn't even know how to speak talking human language. Alright. Armory. Vehicle and ship weapon upgrades have been combined. Great. What does that do for mech? Was that the problem? Sure. Let's try and look at this optimistically. Obviously, it's better than nothing. But what is that? Does that... Rex just subscribed. Thank you, Rex. Alright, so let's try and look at this. It's better than not. Optimistically, combining these is better than nothing. But let's ask this question, guys. Does this do anything at all to address any of the problems with mech and why it wasn't working before? And the answer? No. Well, okay. Yes and no. It does one thing. This does one thing only. It buffs Vikings. It makes Vikings not as shitty in late game. Because when you do upgrade, whenever you do reach those late game stages, your Vikings will be 3-3. Along with your mech units. So you won't have... Your Vikings will still be pretty shitty on the ground. They'll still suck mega monkey balls. They just won't be sucking as hard. Is what it'll be. So that's what that does. It makes Vikings not suck monkey balls as hard as they previously did. They still are gonna suck pretty hard though. On the ground. So now what are those other things that what is this? Let's look at the stuff that it doesn't address. Immortals, hardened shields, still fucking in the game. Still the same exact thing. Immortal is such a hard get. Why do they not do anything? Why do they... Everybody that plays mech has told Blizzard for the last fucking 2 years, you realize the Immortal is pretty powerful against mech. And by powerful, we mean fucking broken, imbalanced, like, it's overly cost efficient against siege tanks, the Immortal. Like, it's just too cost efficient. So does this address that in any way? No, it doesn't. Not in any way at all. Does this address Blinding Cloud? Sort of, I guess, because Vikings will now kill the Vipers maybe like 1 or 2 shots quicker. But this doesn't really address any of the issues with mech. And here's the thing, guys. Yes, combining the upgrades helps late game. This does... I'll tell you all right now. I'll tell you all the main issue with mech. And this is going to be long, because Blizzard apparently does not realize this, no matter how many times I try and tell them, or anybody else will try and chime in on it. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to know the real reason why Mech is not as strong as Bio against Protoss and Zerg, regardless of how shitty tanks are, and we'll get to the tank after this, but if you want to know if you're wondering, like, how come we don't see so much Mech play? Why don't people just try Mech? Why don't they just do it and try Mech? Why do people go Bio so much, and why is Bio so much better than Mech? Why? Let me tell you why. Upgrades! 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 And I got into some arguments on Twitter about this. Well, not really arguments. I tweeted some things, and then Cats and a bunch of other juvenile people just started attacking me personally instead of my arguments. But here's the thing, guys. A Zerg, if they want to upgrade their basic units, if they want to upgrade their Roaches, their Zerglings, their Hydras, the very basic bare bones units that you use, what do they use to upgrade? Evolution chambers. If Terran wants to upgrade bio units, what do you use to upgrade? You use the engineering bays. Same thing for Protoss. What do you use? Forges. Now, what is common to all three of these things? They only cost minerals, and they're available at Tier 1. And now here's the next little thing. So those are available at Tier 1, right? But that's not the only thing. If you look at Bio Terran, the production. If you look at Zerg, their production. If you look at Protoss, their production. Gateways, hatcheries and larvae, barracks. These only cost minerals. So not only can you get your upgrade buildings really early on in the game, but you can also get your production at the exact same time, and then make units. Now, what does this have to do with Mech? Why is Mech so weak compared to Bio? The upgrades. What do you have to do to be able to upgrade your Mech units? Well, if you want to go double armory, you have to have a factory first. And if you want both of those armories, you have to cut factories. But if you cut factories, you can just die. You don't have units. You don't have the Marine, the Marauder. You don't have that early game safety necessarily. You can still build Marine Marauders, but it's not exactly the same, because you have to build tanks, and tanks cost gas. So if you wanna upgrade your units, you have to get those armories out as quickly as humanly possible, but you can't. Why can't you get the armories out? Because they cost gas, and the factories, the production for Mech, also cost a huge amount of gas, including you need a starport to go Mech. You usually need a Raven to go Mech. That's another 200 gas. Another 300, including the starport. So you have all of this Vespian gas. So you have all of this that you need to start your Mech upgrades. By the time you do that, Protoss, Zerg, and Bio Terran are already finished their 1-1 upgrades. So the reason why Mech is so bad compared to Bio has nothing to do with anything else in the game other than the fact that you are basically playing the game handicapped from the moment you start the game. Your opponent will be able to upgrade his units and always have an upgrade advantage throughout the entire game. They'll always have at least a level 1 upgrade advantage on you, sometimes even an armor and a weapon advantage, because of the fact armories are so expensive. Now, the argument that is made against this is, yeah, but Protoss units all cost gas and shit. Now, Spires cost gas, a lair costs gas, all this other shit costs gas. Now, here's the thing. Now, that argument, yeah, fine, those things cost gas, but it's the time investment. The fact that Zerg, Terran, and Bio Terran, and Protoss are only investing those minerals, and then having like a minute to a 2-minute advantage, upgrade advantage, sometimes even worse than that, over a Mech Terran is the problem. It's not the fact that it costs the gas, it's the fact that they can start their upgrades so early on in the game, whereas the Mech Terran, by the time you are able to get your armories into play, you're 0-0, and the opponent is already 1-1. And that, my friends, is why Mech is weaker than Bio. It's the most obvious fucking thing in the world, and Blizzard does not recognize this. Combining the vehicle and ship weapon upgrades does nothing to address this at all. Does nothing. It helps late game, yes. It helps a little bit late game. It makes Vikings stronger, but does it address the main issue of why mech is weaker than bio? No, God no, it doesn't. The problem is that armories come into play too late in the game compared to all of the other upgrade facilities in the game, the evolution chambers, and the second problem is armories also conflict with building factories and starports and the Raven and all the other stuff you need for mech. You know, all the mech stuff costs gas. So you have all this infrastructure that you can't do it. You can't go double. You can't just build no units and then go double armory 5 factory. It doesn't work like that. You can go double eBay and then like 3 to 5 barracks, and to start, you can do that stuff with bio. You can be upgrading your bio units, making marines, making marauders, getting those 5 barracks, and be upgrading your units, and then boom, you got 1-1, and the Protoss or the Zerg player also is on 1-1. But by the time you even start it with mech, the opponent already is like fucking like running down the hill with their upgrades. They already have the upgrade advantage, and they keep it the rest of the game. And so that is the issue with mech. It's the upgrades. That's why mech appears so weak, guys, compared to bio. It has nothing to do with anything else. It has to do with the upgrades. That's it. If we ever get to the point where Blizzard fixes this, if they ever address this through a patch, then maybe we'll see more mech. We'll see a lot more mech play. Because think about this, guys. What if you have 2-2 mech against 2-2 Protoss? Fuck yeah, the game is gonna look a lot more even. Maybe mech has a chance. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know because it's never seen the light of day. And if it never sees the light of day, we won't fucking know, guys. If you could get fast upgrades, then mech would be overpowered. Fuck you. Are you kidding me? If you could get upgrades with mech as fast as the opponent, the game would be fair. The game would be fucking fair. You could actually upgrade your units at the same time as your opponent. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? The game would be fucking fair, not imbalanced. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? If a mech player could upgrade at the same time as the opponent upgrading, the game would be fair, not OP. The game would be fucking fair. Can you imagine how different the game would be if you're on 1-1 and the opponent is on 1-1? Like mech on 1-1 versus the opponent's 1-1? Entirely different ball game. Mech might be really good. We don't know because it hasn't seen the light of day. They haven't patched it. They haven't fixed it. We don't know, guys. We do not fucking know. Can you imagine how fair the game would be if you could upgrade and sort of keep up with your opponent's upgrades? Here's an analogy, guys, or here's like a similar type of thing. Terran players were complaining for the longest time for Terran versus Protoss. Everybody remembers when they buffed the what's it called? There was one point in time where they buffed the Forge upgrades for Protoss. They made them cheaper and research quicker. And Terrans were complaining. We were all complaining that, wow, this is fucking imbalanced. Protoss has 3-3, and I have 2-2 bio. It's no contest, right? If Protoss has 3-3 and you're on 2-2 bio, it's not even close. Protoss just has an advantage. They have a temporary advantage in the game. It's worse. It's even fucking worse with mech, guys. You have to understand that. It's possible for Protoss to get a slight upgrade lead against Bio Terran. Against Mech Terran, it's fucking off the charts. Protoss can sometimes be 2 upgrades ahead of a Mech Terran. That's the problem. That is the problem, guys. It's the upgrades. It all comes down to the upgrades. That's why Mech is weaker than Bio. That's, you know, I can repeat this over and over, and I don't think anybody has any fucking argument that can beat the argument that I just presented, because it's so simple. If you have 2-2 units and I have 1-0 or 1-1, who do you think's gonna win the game? It's the guy with 2-2 units. Like a large majority of the time, that guy's gonna win. He's gonna have an advantage. You know, it's not that hard, man. It's really simple. If they make mech, if they allow mech, if they cut some of the costs in there, that's why I keep posting in the official forums. I'm like, Hey guys, make the armory price. Tried and tested 10 fucking years of balance testing. Anybody remember the armory in Brood War? How much did the armory cost in Brood War, guys? Everybody in chat, I want you guys to tell me right now. How much did the armory cost in Brood War? Go on, tell me right now. How much did it cost? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody in chat? Do you guys know how much an armory costed in Brood War? Oh, wait a minute! That's right! An armory costed 100 minerals, 50 gas in Brood War. Holy shit! My god! Isn't that amazing? Well, what do you know? So let me get this straight. A Brood War player that wants to go mech can actually build an armory pretty early on after they have their factory, and they can get their weapons upgrade, can't they? Well, wow! Isn't that weird? Isn't that fucking weird? It's almost like a game that's been out 12 years that has almost perfect balance got it right. Holy shit! Wait a minute, isn't mech viable in that game against Protoss? Well, I'll be damned, it is viable! Well, what the fuck? Mech is viable in Protoss, it's viable against Protoss in Brood War, and the armory cost 150. But nah, that couldn't be it, that's such a tiny change, right guys? That's like a really tiny change. How could that ever make mech better or affect anything? Well, let's go back to Brood War. What if let's theory craft. What if what if an armory in Brood War costed 100 gas and 150 minerals? Huh. Well, that means earlier on in the game it would be a lot more difficult for Terran to get their armory out and upgrade their units. It seems like Terran would actually have to cut an armory or choose. Do I want a factory or do I want an armory? And that actually hurts a lot at that stage in the game, that early on in the game. If you guys... I don't know how many people follow Brood War, but there was like a revolution in TVP. It's called the Flash build. Anybody here hear of Flash? If you guys have heard of Flash, I would like you to say Brovelo has heard of Flash in the chat, please. Has anybody here heard of some guy named Flash in Brood War? Anybody? Anybody? Does anybody know who Flash is? Just go on, guys. If you've heard of Flash, let me know in the chat. Anybody hear this guy named Flash? You guys, some of you have heard of this guy named Flash. That's interesting. Wow, never heard of never heard of Thunder. Okay, so this Flash guy, he was a really good player in Brood War, right? And you know what he started doing in TVP? He started getting an armory extremely early after his factory, and you know why? Do you know why he got his armory really early, guys? It's because it turns out upgrades are very important. They're like mega important. And so it turns out, TVP, if you get an armory really early after your factory, you can actually upgrade your units, and your units become pretty strong against Protoss units. But remember, an armory cost 150, 100 minerals, 50 gas in Brood War, so you could do that. By the way, tanks also cost only 100 gas in Brood War and were stronger. But I'm just leaving that out because I don't want to bring that into the argument here. But you guys get the picture, right? I hope you get the picture. Brood War armory, 100 minerals, 50 gas. You could get it really early on in the game. You could start your upgrades early on in the game to keep up with the Protoss or the Zerg or whatever the fuck. Now we look at StarCraft 2. Armories 150, 100 Vespian gas. So now you have to choose. Do I want to build a factory or do I want to build an armory? Because the armory may not even pay itself off. Not only that, but you need a starport for detection because ComSat is not... That's the other thing. Oftentimes if you go mech in StarCraft 2, you usually need a Raven because you don't... the mules, the ComSat is not free. Whereas in StarCraft 1, once you built a ComSat station, every scan you did was essentially free. Like it didn't... there was no like time investment of like, oh, I could have had a mule. There was none of that. If you just built the ComSat, then you just simply had scans to use. You just had scans, and you could use them whenever, and it didn't cost you like theoretically like, oh, I could have had more minerals during that time. So you got to remember that too. So a Raven and a Starport's another 300 Vespian gas if you want to play mech. So back to so that's what I want to say about the armory change, guys. This change will not make mech any more viable. All it does is it makes Vikings stronger in late game, sure, but as of right now, currently in the current StarCraft 2 mech versus Protoss, mech versus Zerg metagame, if you choose to go mech, you will 100% of the time be playing handicapped because of an upgrade disadvantage, because the opponent can get them a lot earlier in the game than you. And that's the issue with mech. You're at an upgrade disadvantage throughout the whole game. And is that being addressed in this patch? No, it is not. So mech is not going to change. Okay, so let's move on to the next change here, because this is a funny one too. Siege tank. Siege mode attack period decreased from 3.0 to 2.8. That's interesting. I thought they were going to 2.7. Guess what? They pussied out again. Anytime that they want to buff mech, they just fucking pussy out. They're just like, they're like, I mean, I can imagine the Blizzard design team, but if we make tanks too strong, we might break the game. There might be more than one strategy, guys. If they make tanks actually not suck balls, can you imagine? There might be 2 strategies instead of 1. It might not be bio every game. Boo hoo 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 hoo. So we can't buff it to 2.7. We gotta fucking go back to 2.8. It's too scary to go to 2.7. There might be another strategy other than bio fucking viable. Boo hoo hoo hoo. We can't have more than 1 strategy in a strategy game. Ah! Ah! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking joking? Are they that afraid of having 2 strategies in a strategy game instead of 1? Oh my god! There might be 2 strategies! Ah! What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, I'm reading through the chat, guys. Let's read through the chat. I'm reading. I mean, come on, guys. Like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Really? They pussied out that badly? They couldn't even put it at 2.7. They had to go to 2.8? What are they afraid of? What the fuck are they afraid of? I don't get it. There's like 1 strategy in their strategy game right now. Now, I heard... Guys, this is a secret between you and me and everybody on the stream. But I heard in strategy games there should be more than 1 viable strategy. Holy shit. Don't tell David Kim. He'll shit his pants. Holy fuck. We'll keep that between you and me, guys. My god. Holy fuck, monkeys. So, somebody's asking, Brother Joe Ray, do I think Blizzard's rationale might be that upgrades arrive later for mech because mech has more force multiplication options than bio? Whoa. Stop right there, Brother Joel. You're using 2 big words. Those words you just used? Mech has more force multiplication options than bio? Stop right there, buddy. Those are big words. You might scare David Kim. I don't think they use those big words in the office. I don't think they use such big words to discuss balance. If they had you on the balance team, holy shit, they might actually get shit done. Because it seems like you're actually asking good questions. Fucking force multiplication. Holy shit. Look, just calm down, brother. Calm down, Brother Joe Roy. We don't want to scare off David Kim. Those words are fucking huge. I mean, look at multiplication. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That has like 14 letters in it, man. Force multiplication of siege tanks? Are you kidding me? You think they can discuss that there? That's 14 letters. Too big. Calm down there. Use words like siege tank, too strong. Too strong. If we buff tank, too strong. Okay, that's how you speak to the Blizzard balance team, because they don't understand unless you cut it, you break it down for them. But back to your question, let me get back to your question here. Where is your question? I lost it. And well, I get the gist of your question, but the fact is, the fact is, Brother Joel, Blizzard doesn't even recognize it's a problem. So do they think that it'll have force multiplication effects? No, they don't even recognize it's an issue, because if they did, they would have said something about it. And they don't recognize that Mech has an upgrade disadvantage against the other races and against compared to Terran. They actually do not recognize this right now, which is why I'm trying to tell them. I've been trying to tell them for like the last couple months. They actually don't realize that there's an upgrade problem with Mech compared to Bio. They don't realize it. Sure, they keep doing these armory changes, combining the upgrades, but these changes are not pinpointed at the problem. So they don't realize what the actual, like, what the core of the problem is, that the upgrades are coming way too late in comparison to a Bio player's upgrades, in comparison to a Zerg getting Evo chambers or a Protoss getting forges. And they also don't recognize the problem that that building the armories conflicts with building factories and starports and the Raven that early on in the game. They don't recognize that those are problems. So no, whatever you said about force multiplication, maybe they have a little bit of an idea, but they don't recognize the upgrade problem. So no. Were there any other questions that I missed there? So no. I mean, they don't even recognize the Immortal's a problem still, and we've told them that for like fucking 2 years. Alright, let me read through the chat more. Any other questions about anything I just said? Man, that is like the entire alphabet. 14 letters, that's fucking a lot of letters. That's a lot. That's a lot. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so what was I talking about? Oh, the siege tank. They pussied out. There's not much else to say. They're afraid. They're afraid. They're fucking afraid. They're so afraid. It's like that first day at school. You're like a parent, and your kid has to go to kindergarten. And you don't want to let the kid go, but you know you gotta let him go. And that's sort of Blizzard here with the siege tank. Like, they know that there should be more than one viable strategy in this game, but they're so afraid that they'll break the game by making more than one strategy viable, that every time they say they're gonna buff the siege tank, they actually completely pussy out, and they're just like, no, maybe we'll let him go to kindergarten next year. Maybe he's not ready yet. And then they don't let their kid go to kindergarten, and that's the kid that's like behind a grade. That's sort of what's happening here with the siege tank and Mech in general. They are fucking afraid. They are so afraid they're gonna break the game that they don't want to let their little kindergartner go off and actually develop into a good game. I guess that's the analogy I would make here. They're afraid, guys. They're afraid. They're afraid that the game might have two strategies in it instead of just Bio, Widowmine, or Bio. Bio. They're fucking afraid. So, exactly. They're afraid. All right. So next change here. Let's Widowmine. Oh my god. This is the one that I haven't read the justification yet. So let me give you the context. Let me take you guys back about 3 months to some tournaments. WCS, Korean Terrans, Bio Widowmine, parade pushing. What's the message that Indigo asked 5 times? What message, or what did he ask? Indigo. Oh, okay, alright, before I go into the parade push and go back in time here, you have Hive costing this to get 3-3, and if you make Armory cheaper, Terran can get bio upgrades cheaper more quickly. Wrong! Whoa! Boom! Wrong! Fucking wrong! You are wrong! You do not understand fucking mathematics! Wrong, Indigo, wrong! Let's look at what you just said here, because I've seen people make this stupid fucking argument so many times. If the Armory is cheaper, Terran will get their bio upgrades cheaper more quickly. Wrong! Wrong. Holy shit. Alright, let's get this straight. If Armories are cheaper, that does not make bio upgrades cheaper. Not only that, it doesn't make them research any quicker. They do not research any quicker. So what does this do? What does making the Armories cheaper do to the bio upgrades? Nothing. It does fucking nothing. All the good Terrans, when they research their 2-2 bio upgrades, they do it immediately once their Armory is finished. Which means, if you actually use your brain, the bio upgrades are not going to finish any more quickly if you build your Armory faster. You still have to wait for your 1-1 to finish before you can start your 2-2. So no, the bio upgrades are not fucking cheaper. Did I say anything about making bio upgrades cheaper? No. What is cheaper is a one-time cost of building the armories. That's what's cheaper. It's an infrastructure cost. A one-time cost is cheaper. Building the armory earlier in the game does not let you get your 2-2 earlier in the game because your 1-1 still has to finish. So no. No. God, no. You're just fucking wrong. All it does is it saves you a one-time cost. Instead of paying 300 minerals, 200 Vespene gas for 2 armories, you're basically paying 200 minerals and 100 Vespene gas. I'm not BMing him, I'm trying to explain. Telling somebody they're fucking wrong is not BMing them. And if you play bio, and the armory is cheaper, if the armory costs 100 minerals, 50 gas, and you're playing bio, it saves you a whopping 50 minerals, 50 gas. That is it. It changes nothing else to bio at all. You save 50 minerals, 50 gas, one time. That is it. Anybody else that fucking comes into my chat and says that or tries to... I know Indigo was asking a question. No, I'm not. I know he was asking a question, so I'm explaining the answer. That no, it's a one-time 50-50 cost that you save. That is it. That is it. It saves you one-time cost. It does not make bio upgrades come faster. It doesn't make anything else cheaper. You save a one-time cost. So let me take you back, guys. This Widow Mine nerf, this Sentinel missile damage, or they deal reduced damage. Basically, they deal reduced splash damage. So like I was saying before, let me take you back in time like 3 months. Zergs are being fucking raped. Zergs are being obliterated. They're just being bent over left and right by Innovation with his parade pushes. Streaming marine medevac Widow Mine across the map into the Zerg player's 3rd or 4th base, and Zerg players are dying. They're dying left and right. Boom, 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 boom. They're dying. All the Zergs are on the forums. QQ. Widow Mine OP. Widow Mine OP. Save us, David Kim. Oh my God, it's so OP. I moved into mines. I don't fucking micro. And so what did and that was months ago. Now let me take you back. Let me move forward, but back 1 month. So this last month, if you look at professional level TVZs, Zerg players figured it out. Zergs actually started to micro their fucking units into Widow Mines, and nowadays, the mines are almost doing more damage to the Terran player than they are to the Zerg. Just wrap your brains around that. So, basically, over the past month, maybe month and a half, Zerg players have adopted. And sometimes they even make Bio Widowmine look really fucking bad. There are some games that I've seen lately, professional level Zergs, like Soulkey. I watch them, and they're playing against, like, Innovation, Pol, and they're making Bio Widowmine look like shit. Because they're microing against it so much better than every other Zerg player, than all the other Zergs, who simply, Zergs just want to A-move into a minefield with Banelings, Lings, and Mutas and be like, I'm so fucking good at this game. So fucking good. I'm glad they nerfed the mines. Now I'll never lose. So, in the past month, they adopted. To the point, you guys may have noticed, professional level Terrans have actually started to use siege tanks again. And we're actually... professional level Terrans, even the Korean Terrans, are starting to build Thors, too. In their unit composition, not just bio-mine. Because the mines, they've been figured out. They had their time. But now it's not so one-sided. It's pretty even. The back and forth between Bio Widowmine and Ling Baneling Muta, it's actually pretty even. But after this nerf, I don't know. I think it's gonna go like way Zerg favored. And sure, Terrans will adapt, because that's what we always do after we get every fucking unit that we have nerfed. Because the other races, you know, they never have to adapt. They just nerf Terran units. Terran wins like 2 tournaments, and they nerf all our fucking shit. Like, Terrans have not been doing mega good lately. We were doing okay, and now that we got figured out finally, now they're like, fucking, let's nerf Terran again, let's do that again. But it's like, they already figured it out. They figured out the Widowmines already. It's not so bad anymore. I think it's actually really bad nerf. I don't like it, and I don't even use mines that much, but I think it's really fucking bad. like I foresee a lot of ZVT games being mass Mutalisk dominating the matchup. Like, mass Muta is already really strong, because once again, another little trick the Zerg players figured out was I think the critical mass that you need, like, I think 15 to 16 Mutalisks to one-shot a Widowmine. You can actually send Mutas and an Overseer to kill a mine before it ever does anything, before it detonates. And so Zergs have gotten so good to the point lately, when they build up that huge Muta ball, they'll actually swoop in, snipe a mine, and then go back and regen health. Because remember, the Mutalisk had 2 other buffs. It regenerates health quickly, and it's faster. And the Overseer's faster now too, on top of that. So you actually see Zergs, they swoop in, they snipe a mine, they're just like, BAM! And then they run away, they fly away. So that's another development just in the past, month or two that Zerg started to do that makes the Widowmine seem like, wow, this unit is fucking useless. Doesn't do anything. It's not useless, of course, but that's just a development, like a metagame or like a tactical thing that Zerg started to learn to do. If you get that 15 to 20 mutas, you can snipe Widowmines. I'm not saying it's easy, but they learned how to do it. So yeah, this nerf is really bad. They're just fucking nerfing Terran again. They're making the same mistake they did in Wings of Liberty. Nerf Terran, nerf Terran, nerf Terran, nerf Terran. Oh shit! and then like 5 tournaments from now, like maybe 6 months from now, Blizzard's gonna be like, oh shit, it's only Protoss and Zergs again. Oh my god. Don't worry guys, we'll fix it in Legacy of the Void. We'll make Mech viable then. Just like we told you in Heart of the Swarm. Don't worry guys. And then, you know what'll happen? In Legacy of the Void, when they unveil their new units, they introduce what do they introduce? They introduce the motherfucker. It's a new bio unit that shoots rockets out of its ass. And it starts with an M. The motherfucker. just like in that movie. You know that movie, Kick-Ass 2? It's just called the motherfucker. That's the new Terran bio unit they introduced in Legacy of the Void. It just kicks the ass of everything. Just fuck shit up. So now instead of 4 M's, you got 5 M's. You got the Marine, the Marauder, the Medevac. What's the other M? I'm forgetting now. But anyways, Marine, Marauder, Medevac, Mine. How could I forget the Mine? And the motherfucker. So it's 5M instead of 4M's. And that'll fix That's what'll happen in Legacy of the Void, I'm predicting. And of course, they'll say, but don't worry guys, we're gonna make Mech viable, just give us another 3 years. So let's see his justification here. Armory. We've been looking at this for a long time now. Feels like a solid step in the right direction. Oh. A solid step? Fucking baby step. Taking little baby steps in the right direction. We should have Mech viable by 2015. Fucking baby steps. Are you kidding me? Ooh. Shit. Don't worry guys, Mech will be viable in 2015. Legacy of the Void will be out and we'll be talking about this same shit up until then. Like, my god. Siege Tank Bioplay may be more interesting with the Widow Mine change and this buff. Not only that, we believe Terran mech armies can be a lot more viable because faster attack speed means siege tanks will be better against their hard counters. Except that it was already tested on the PTR, even I tested it, and I posted about it, and it actually changes fucking nothing against their hard counters. The problem is not making siege tanks better against their hard counters. The problem is the hard counters are hard counters. Oh my god. When will it get through? Immortals are too hard of a counter. The siege tank doesn't need to shoot faster. How about instead of having such a hard counter, you make it a soft counter? How about that? How about that? That's an idea. Holy shit. The Immortal is an extreme hard counter. The Viper Blinding Cloud, an extreme hard counter. How about you tone down the hard counters that you introduced after you wanted to make Mech more viable? I can only make fucking noises at this because it's like... We'd like to push out the Widow Mine a little bit and bump up the siege tank so that bioplay becomes more interesting. Let me translate. We're gonna make the Widow Mine fucking suck. We're gonna not do anything meaningful to the siege tank, and bioplay will become irrelevant. Oh my god. Ultimately, we believe in a mix of Widow Mines and siege tanks with your bio army. Bio army. Fuck you, David Kim, and your bio army. No one gives a shit about your bio army. We want mech. We want the heavy metal, man. We want the fucking heavy metal. Go play with your fucking bio Legos. We want a fucking mech, man. Make mech viable. I don't give a shit about Widow Mines and siege tanks being viable with my bio army because I don't want to fucking go bio for the next 15 years. What the fuck? I don't want to fucking play bio for the rest of my StarCraft career, however the fuck long I play the game. I'm tired of fucking playing bio. I'm tired of watching bio. Every fucking professional game. If I see one more bio game, that's gonna be me. That's every fucking StarCraft spectator. If I see one more fucking bio game, I see bio every fucking game. Holy shit. I don't want Widow Mines and siege tanks with my bio army. I don't give a shit about bio. Bio. Every fucking game. How about we have something different? How about I see my Widow Mines and siege tanks with Hellbats or Hellions? I don't give a shit about bio. Fuck your bio. Fuck your bio. It'll be a lot more fun to watch than just Widow Mines and bio alone. You know what'll be a lot more fucking fun to watch? every game. How about that? How about something different from bio? How about fucking mech? My god. What? 2 strategies instead of just 1. That'll be a lot more fucking fun to watch in a strategy game. 2 strategies instead of 1? Wow. I'm a fucking genius. You gotta be kidding me, guys. Oh my god. Can you imagine? It would be awesome if there were 2 strategies instead of just 1. I'd love to see that. That'd be fun to watch. Man, that'd be amazing. You know, do you guys realize the possibilities if you watched a game of StarCraft and you didn't know what was going to happen before the game started? Oh my god. If I didn't know what the player was going to do, that would make it more exciting. Holy shit. Maybe they can hire me as the esports manager. I mean, this is mind-boggling stuff. That would be exciting. I would be surprised. Because the way it is right now, if there's a Terran playing, he's going bio. Fuck it. Might as well go get something to drink, and I'll be back, and he'll still be playing bio the next game. Game after game after game. I know what's gonna happen before the game starts. I'm a fucking psychic. Everyone is a psychic. Guess what? We all know everybody's playing bio before the game starts at professional level of play. All the Koreans, they're just gonna keep playing bio every matchup because it's man, such excitement. Bio again. What's he gonna do that game? Bio. More bio. Alright, sorry guys. I went a little long on that one. Alright, now we get to the funniest change. Oh, this isn't the fun. I don't know. The Tunneling Claws upgrade now increases burrowed roach movement from 1.41 to 2. We don't see Tunneling Claws coming into play much. There's some cool micro potential with burrow moving roaches. I think he forgot the A in there. Burrow A moving. He forgot the A. With burrow A moving roaches. And we'd like to see how this goes in test map. Well, they don't see Tunneling Claws much because they don't see mech much. Who would have thought? You don't see Tunneling Claws much because no one ever goes mech. Tunneling Claws is really good against mech, but why doesn't anybody go mech? And then you have I could go on forever about that. But anyways, what does this change mean? Really, they're just doing this change to keep the Zerg players happy. That's really why they're doing this change. This change has literally nothing to do with the balance of the game. No one even gives a shit about this. Terrans and Protosses, we don't even give a shit about this change. This is literally just a change so that Zergs will just Zergs will stay quiet and be like, hey, why aren't you buffing us too? So yeah, it's a very arbitrary change and it doesn't really change anything in the game. In my opinion. I mean, maybe we'll see more burrowed roaches. Yay! No one gives a shit. So yeah, it's just sort of to keep Zerg players happy, I guess. So they just threw a random arbitrary buff to the Zergs. They're just like, here you go, your roaches move faster underground. and then they're like, they actually think we buffed Zerg. Oh my god. No. Really, research the burrow, they move faster underground. Oh my god. Oh, those fuckers believed we actually buffed their race. So that's sort of like what the Zerg that's what the Zerg buff is. It's just, it's like whatever. They're just like, okay, sure. Let's give Zerg something too. It's Christmas for everybody. Can't leave the Zergs out. I don't know what he means by micro potential, because really when you go burrowed roaches, you just burrow them all and then burrow under like depots and sentries and shit. So I don't know about the burrow potential. Whatever. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for my analysis of the changes. Overall, I think the patch is pretty suck. I hate to be this pessimistic about it, but it's just like the patch is sucky. Protoss All-In is buffed. Armory change doesn't really do anything to address the things with mech that we've been telling them for months. Does nothing. They copped out on their siege tank buff. They pussied out on that. They didn't even do any, like 3.0 2.8 is laughable. It doesn't do anything. Fuck it. And then they nerfed the Widow Mine on top of that. And buffing the tank this little, this is like this is negligible. Like nerfing the mine and buffing the tank that much does nothing. It's bad, bad, bad. And then yeah, the Roach Warren. Who gives a shit? So yeah, guys, that's my analysis. I think I'll ladder now. My hands are like, I gotta stretch out or something. I think my hands are just cold right now. I got cold hands. I do have the magic car with me. Maybe I should mail this to Blizzard. It'll help them decide their next round of buffs and nerfs. Oh yeah, guys, I'm gonna actually I'll restart the stream real quick so I could save this as a video and upload this for the metagame update because well, Sassy gave me this idea right now, and that also helps me be incredibly lazy. So well, actually, it's sort of redundant if I make another video that's a metagame update, and then I have this one. It's like really redundant. So I'm gonna restart the stream real quick, and yeah, I'll be right back, guys. BRB in like 2 seconds. This has been metagame update number 19, I believe. I think this is number 19. Somebody, I don't know, I'll have to correct myself later. So yeah, thanks for watching this one, guys, and I'll be back in literally like 5 seconds.